So we did this study 3 years ago, and basically we're really curious at the moment as to whether what we learned is still viable and valid and is still going to work, because ultimately it is around trying to engage the Facebook, especially Facebook algorithms, to work in our favor. And so the reason we're calling it a social experiment is because we haven't tested it for a while, and we want to for ourselves, and we would like to suggest that for yourselves you start really priming and firing up those the Facebook algorithms and the social media algorithms in general, in preparation for when down the line in a couple of months you've got something to launch, and you'll have actually targeted people who are already eager to hear what you've got coming down the line. So that's the point of it. So we're looking for people who are keen to take part in this experiment with us. So it's really obvious that online on social media it is a massive ocean of opportunity out there. We've got literally billions of people, and it is essentially the best marketplace that we've got at this in this day and age, without having to have ads and pay for getting ranked in Google searches and things like that. It's the best place. It's your marketplace, and the idea is that we're going to find the best fishing spots. So where all our people are hanging out, the type we're going to hone in on the people that we want to target, who they are, and find out where they're hanging out, and we'll go and hang out there with them. So it's that's networking. It's proper networking in the social media space. And it's also a place where you're going to be marketing yourself, obviously, so that you can stand out as well out of the sea of sameness, right? So we're going to be working on finding your unique message that's going to really help you stand out. So we're going to focus this particular social experiment on Facebook and Instagram. Instagram as a byproduct, because it's part of Meta, so it's there anyway, and it can, whatever you do on Facebook you can actually share and automatically post to Instagram and vice versa as well, so that's really useful. So it seems like a really great place to start, and these two have become the go-to platforms for people to share their personal lives and their businesses, as well, to showcase their brands. So but the trick is choosing between a personal account or a business account, and that can be, this is the problem, this is the head scratcher for us, because a personal account can be more suitable for everyday people that you're chatting to and socializing with already on Facebook or Instagram. But if you're looking to level up and expand your reach, then a business account is probably the way to go. It comes loaded with a lot of features that can help you grow your following, and of course, and connect you with a wider audience. And of course, you can monetize it down the line, but it has that really shitty organic reach that we were talking about last week. So it's what do we do? It's a tricky one, and it is the decision that we're going to have to make. So the two options for the social experiment are to create either a Facebook page and operate as a Facebook page, and that could be your name for now. And then you start engaging with people via your Facebook page. So you'll have to work harder though, to get those posts out there, and you'll have to be inviting an awful lot of people to like your page and follow your page. And not only that, but to select it as so that it features not the default or highlights, that it features default posts for people. But again, you're only going to get 5%, roughly, so it's going to be a bit of hard work. So you invest time and you invest money down the lines, ultimately you'll get more reach, because you'll be able to advertise and boost posts. Facebook profile, so that's the other option, and that is your account. That is what you created when you joined Facebook. That's that's your account. That's true organic. And you'll invest personal time building that up and getting more tailored friends and engaging with those. But you can only scale it so far, and you can never advertise. There's another downer with that, that it actually violates Facebook's policies to use the profile for commercial or promotional purposes, because it can annoy your friends, and it can involve, result in Facebook deleting your account or closing you down, which would undo all your hard work. But as we know, that happens anyway for some people. So, this is just the reality of being at the hands of these big corporate giants. The Facebook pages do come with features like insights, ads, permissions. You can monetize them. So, there is a reason that a page is better than a profile for marketing your business. But they do control that, as we know. So the organic reach is pretty abysmal. With Instagram, it's a little bit different. You can start off with a personal account, and you can move it to a business account later. So, and it's free. You can just change it over when you're ready. But the problem is the reach drops pretty much straight away. So the business accounts, the downer is the limited organic reach. The algorithm favors personal accounts over business ones. So your reach can go down. You're restricted on posting. So you can only post photos or videos, and you're limited to certain aspect ratios and file sizes, and probably some of the content as well, the wording. You've got limited link options as well. Business accounts are restricted to including only one clickable link in the profile, which can make it difficult to drive traffic to specific products or pages. But a lot of people get around that now by having one of these links that takes you to a separate page where you have all of your links of all of your offerings. And you can do that on your personal profile as well. And limited analytics. So while they say you get some insights, it doesn't actually, it's not a lot of detail. So you can't get really deeper insight like you can with Facebook on their pages. But then the flip side is the limitations of the personal account. Well, there you've got privacy settings there that makes it difficult to see to control who sees your content. You've got no access to insights, so you really don't know who's watching, how you're performing at all, really. You've got no access to paid advertising, and no access to shopping features, which you can have on your business account there, which is quite good. If any of you are considering products, then that can be quite good. And limited opportunities for collaboration, because brands are, bigger brands, if you're wanting to access, partner with bigger brands to try and access their audiences, they're more likely to collaborate with you when you've got a business account, not a personal one. So yes, there's a few things to consider there, but generally easier to switch from, to build up your profile organically and then switch to business when it's really humming along, although it'll get a bit of a drop, but that's easier to do than in Facebook. You can't ever make your personal profile a business page. This was us 3 years ago with the Facebook engagement challenge, so I just put that there. It's a bit of a crack up. Sandra's hair's grown a lot since then.
I missed that t-shirt.
So yeah, this is the challenge that we were going to run, and that we want to run again this time as a social experiment. So what is it that you really need to know? Have you got what it takes to do it? We're looking at doing 30 days and then another 30 days. So we need to show up, and you do need to show up every day. Consistency is what it's going to take to train the Facebook algorithms on your personal profile as well as on your page. Facebook rewards you for engaging, so you've got to get social. You just got to get busy with it. And, you know, the odd like or the one word comment doesn't really cut it. You've got to be, you know, really, really engage in an authentic, real way. There is a specific process to follow, a sequence that we go through daily, that did work and does work. So it's what we're here to test. There's limited with your personal profiles, there's limited real estate, as in you can max out your friends. It's 2,000, isn't it?
Something like that.
About 2,000 friends. After that, you can only take followers. So you need to choose that wisely, because you want to make sure that that 2,000 are exactly the people that you want to be working with. We're looking at 1 hour a day minimum. So that's quite a lot already. And but remember that this is just for the first couple of months. After that, you can drop off a bit. This is to fire the algorithms up and get it going. And, you know, accountability and all that. If you fall off after a couple of days, don't worry. You just get back on the bike and get on with it again. So this is the route from zero to hero when it comes to firing up the algorithms in Facebook and in Instagram, and getting a whole lot more engaged friends and on your organically on your profiles. So we start with a Facebook engagement cheat sheet that we've got for you to follow, and you can follow that daily. There's a daily modus operandi that will take you through. There's a weekly momentum tracker that you can track for all of you that like to be nerdy about these things. It's also got some incentives in there for you. Rock Your Connections is all about finding friends and really improving your friend list on Facebook and Instagram. Sifting and sorting through the friends is something that you'll be doing regularly. And we're going to talk about the social sales funnel process. So essentially what we're trying to do online with the sales funnel and the web pages and the email lists and everything, this is like a version of it on social media. So before we even build the big thing, we get to try it out on social. And pimp your profile. So that's really about using your profile page as your sales page as effectively as you can. So let's go through these one by one. So the Facebook engagement cheat sheet, the first step is to download that. And that's what we're going to follow for the first 30 days. And then we'll do another one for 30 days. So the cheat sheet looks a bit like that. And yeah, it's a few pages, and you've got, you know, those 4 panels. So one for each day of the week. We haven't got the Saturday and Sunday there. But you can have days off as well, you know. And then we've got the 4 for the, you know, the first 30 days, and then we'll do it all again. So your daily modus of operandi is to basically engage, and you engage for a good 15 to 20 minutes on, you go through the home, you know, you click on home and you go through your feed and you engage on people's posts, especially the ones that you really want to be, who you want seeing your stuff. And you can sift and sort a bit at that point as well. You are going to get lots of sponsored things, you know, through your feed too, but it's about seeing who Facebook is actually putting in front of me, and is that who I want. Then after you've done that for about 15-20 minutes, you're going to post, and you know, we're going to start with posts that actually are designed to have good engagement and get people commenting or answering a question or doing a puzzle type thing. But you know, after a few weeks, you're going to be wanting to post something meaningful around what you're all about right now, and what the people that you're wanting to engage, a way of drawing them in. Then you've got to reply to comments, and when people start replying, you want to reply quickly. But you can also leave a few and come back to it sort of every 10 10 or 15 minutes, come back to it, because that keeps pushing it back up, and the algorithms will keep putting it back up in people's feed. And then during that time, you can also be making some friend requests or accepting some friend requests, and messaging people that you've just become a friend with. Like, that's the best time to do it. If someone has friended you, just message them straight away and say, hey, thanks for the friend request. Where did we meet, or blah, blah. But just have a chat to them, get in the messenger quickly with them. And just culling as well, because there will be some that are not legit, I guess. We've all come across those, haven't we?